How to stop caring what other people think of you. So in this video, I am going to give you 3 very simple mindset kind of hacks, realizations, truths, fundamental truths that if you implement, do the little exercises I'm going to give you, this will have a profound impact on your life. I have gone from the really shy girl who at school couldn't even answer her name at register and so bunked off school half the time, to someone who is now putting this content out there. I know that you can feel as good and as amazing as me right now, and that is what we are all about on this channel. Together, we're going to create something amazing here. We really, really are. So please, if you're here, hit the subscribe button, hit the little bell notification, and hit the like button, and let me know what you want to hear. So the first thing that is really, really important to say is that there is a balance to be struck here. We're not being arrogant about this. There are some people whose opinions really do matter and whose opinions you want to listen to. It's about us having the self-awareness and the self-confidence and the self-love to hear other people's opinions, but to not be negatively impacted by that. Now, how many of you think that would be really great? We're going to get straight into it, and the first point is this. It is to know yourself. Knowing yourself is the foundation to a healthy and happy life. Because if you know yourself, you can't be influenced by anything around you in a negative way. You've got the self-awareness to be able to look at things, not take them personally, and grow from them, and learn from them, or feel compassion towards someone else because of them. I'm here to say that this is one of those simple things that's so simple we miss it. Because how do you find yourself? You can't go out to find yourself. You're here. You're already yourself. You are already it. You can't be anything other than it. You're already it. So it's not a case of finding yourself. It's actually just a case of dropping everything that's not it, of dropping everything that doesn't fit with what you want to be and who you feel you are at your core, at your truth. When you find yourself, everything in life falls into place. Absolutely everything. Those huge dreams that might seem so far-fetched at the moment, let me tell you, they're not. They're right there waiting for you. If you're thinking about them now, they're already yours. You've just got to have the confidence and motivation to be them, to get them. Think about what makes you happy. When are you happiest? When are you not happiest? What brings you down? What makes you feel uneasy? When do you feel most easy? When do things feel like they're just flowing for you? It might be hobbies that you have. It might be things you consume on television, the news, for example. How does that make you feel in comparison to, say, watching your favorite sitcom? These are just things that I want you to start thinking about, becoming aware of. When we can eliminate these things that influence us, in particular in a negative way, our thinking becomes much clearer. Foods, there's another example. Just be aware of how eating certain foods makes you feel. Because a lot of this just does dull us and make us feel like we don't know ourselves. And that's when we become even more influenced by everything going on outside us. It's not that you care what others think about you, it's that you care what you think about you. The most important words that you will ever hear are the words you say to yourself, especially the words you say to yourself about yourself. And I'm going to tell you something really fundamental here right now. Life is like this. Life is up and down. You're going to be hit with challenges. The last month has been incredibly difficult for me. But the reason I'm saying this is that thoughts still come. Negative thoughts still come. They've come to me quite a lot over the last month. But the difference is I now know that I don't have to listen to them because I don't believe them. If you want to get really spiritual here, we can say those thoughts are coming in, you're observing them. You see them come in, you see them go. You see them come in, you see them go. You're this. You aren't them coming in and going. Therefore, you can choose to ignore them. Okay? And that's really important. That's really, really important. That in itself will change your life. Comment below. I don't have to listen to my thoughts. My thoughts are there for me to utilize if I want to. End of. Point number 2. This is a really interesting one. Other people's opinions of you are actually just their opinions of themselves. Try reversing this. Think of a situation where you have reacted negatively to someone, where something has come up, where you've thought something about someone which isn't that nice. And be really, really honest with yourself. That thought you had, is that something you think about you? When someone else thinks something about you or says something that upsets you, it's actually because they're talking about themselves. It's about them. It's not about you, it's about them. What you think, how you react to things is about you. How they think, how they react to things is entirely them. It's nothing to do with you. The more you get to know you, the more you observe how you react to things, the more you'll be able to see that that is how other people are reacting, responding as well. And you'll know that the way you respond is to do with you. And then you'll be able to see so clearly that the way other people respond is only to do with them. Point number 3, and this is possibly one of my favorites, although these 3 points, they all kind of tie in together. They are all one big happy family of positivity and growth and success and happiness and a beautiful life. But this point number 3 really is one of my favorites. Yeah, absolutely. So before we get into this, if you haven't already, please hit subscribe. Let's really help each other grow as an amazing community. So, are you ready? Point number 3. Now, when I say this, it's going to sound so obvious, and that's because it is. The fundamental things, think about it, the foundations, change everything that's piled on top of them. But the foundations are also the things that are often overlooked. They're just taken for granted. They aren't acknowledged or noticed. So point number 3, it's not what other people think of you that upsets you. It's what you're thinking other people think of you that actually upsets you. You don't know what they're thinking. And what they're thinking doesn't really matter anyway, because it's to do with them, it's not to do with you. What actually upsets you is what you think other people are thinking of you. And what does that come back to? That actually comes back to what you are thinking of you. And that is why point number 1 is know yourself. These 3 things, like I said, they're intertwined. They are intertwined, but they are the foundations. What you think about you is most important. And if what you think other people are thinking about you is actually what you are thinking about you, what does that mean? What does that actually mean? That means you can change that. You don't need to change what anyone else thinks of you, because we know that that is to do with them. And the only thing that we can change is what we think of us. And that's the only thing that needs to be changed. Can you see how empowering this is? When you care more about what you think of you, you will automatically care less about what everyone else thinks. And like we said at the beginning, that's not to say we don't listen to what other people think. It's that we have the integrity and the discernment to listen to it without it affecting us negatively. We can see where it's coming from. We can see what might be of benefit to us and take those on board, but we can block off the rest. It's a spiral, it really is a spiral. And if you're here listening to this, you're already hooked on the spiral that's going up. I absolutely promise you that, 1000%. So let's just quickly recap. Number 1, know yourself. Number 2, other people's opinions are actually just a reflection of them. They aren't anything to do with you, it's all them. Number 3, what you think other people think of you is actually what you think of you, and that you can change. And all of this is what we're going to work on this channel. I am going to show you how to find you, how to find your passion, and how to turn that into a successful monetized business. That is what I'm doing now, and I can't believe the growth I'm experiencing. I can't believe how in such a short space of time so much has changed for me. And it is all to do with mindset. It's so easy, it's so simple, it's so obvious, and I just want to share it all with you. Please let me know if you liked anything at all, any tiny thing about this video. It really will mean the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Much love.